Good morning, everybody. This is Kendra, and I'm coming to you live for our October Embroidery Club here from my sewing studio. And I will just wait a minute for you guys to start jumping on. Once you jump on, make sure you comment to know that, so that I know that you're here and you're watching, and let me know where you're watching from. It's always fun to see how far this live video reaches. So we've made friends from all across the map here on this live video. So again, let me know that you're watching. I see Kathy's on this morning. Good morning. Awesome. And Pam is watching from Grand Forks. This is so cool that we get to do this embroidery club virtual so that all of our friends from all across the map can join us and stitch right along. So I see that you guys are all jumping on. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. This video is being recorded, so it is going to be available for you to rewatch. So if you just want to watch along today and then go back and stitch later, you can. Or if you want to stitch right along with me, you're welcome to do that as well. Like I said, this video is recorded so that you can watch it as many times as you need to. So today for our October Embroidery Club, we are sewing out some, I just had it here a second ago, some In the Hoop Thanksgiving coasters. And these coasters are from Claudia Donnell. Some of you may be familiar with Claudia. She's going to be in our classroom teaching in a couple weeks. So that's super fun that we get to feature another design from Claudia here on our embroidery club. So what we're going to be doing today is these In the Hoop Thanksgiving coasters. And so if you have signed up for our event, you know that you're eligible for some door prizes, which we have lots of those to give away. So I'll be giving those away throughout the video today as we're stitching along. And if you were not able to sign up for this event, this is a monthly embroidery club that we offer every month. So if you want to get in on those door prizes, make sure you call the shop or comment on here that you want some more information, and we will send you some more information so that you can join us next month. So in your kit that you would have gotten the pattern, and in that pattern there is a disc, and you also got some fabric, and you got a little round circle of like fusible fleece, it kind of looks like, but that little round coaster that you got, just a sample of some of the coasters that Claudia has to offer. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and pull out that CD, because the first thing we need to do is we need to transfer all of the information that's on the CD, like the designs, and you're able to print off some instructions as well. So we want to put that disc into our computer so that we can transfer those designs onto our USB stick. So let me show you how you do that. So I'm just going to turn you over here so that you can see my computer screen. And I'm going to zoom you in. Hang tight just 1 second. Yes, Stephanie, we will get you some more information about how to join us next month. There are still a few kits left over for this event as well, so you can always call the shop or go to our website, pnqs.net, and sign up, and you can still get the kit for the coasters that we're doing today. Okay, so you can kind of see there, I have my disc inserted into my computer, and this is what pops up. There's 3 little folders that pop up. It says designs, instructions, templates, and there's also a shortcut right to Claudia's website. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and take your USB stick, and you want to make sure that you're using a USB stick that is formatted for your sewing machine. So be careful that you're not just using any old USB stick, because some of the formats on the USB sticks aren't compatible with the software on your sewing machines. So always make sure that you're using a USB stick that is compatible with your sewing machine. So I'm just going to enter that USB stick into the drive on my computer. And then what I want to do is, if I go right next to each one of these folders, there's some little boxes, and I can go ahead and check these boxes. And if I'm over here on the other side, Pam is asking if she wants to make this into a table topper. Would you use a fusible fleece as a batting before embroidery? Pam, you can do that. Just how you can use a fusible fleece if you would like before the embroidery, or you can just do your embroidery on a background piece and then quilt it like you would a typical quilt. Okay, so I have my little check marks right here. And down here, gotta go a little bit further, is my USB stick. And I have it named for events. So what I want to do is I have these all checked, and I can just drag those right over to my USB stick and drop them in there, and they're going to copy over it. And then you'll have a little window that comes up that says everything is getting copied over to that USB stick. We're just about done. Okay, and while we're here, if you want to go ahead and double click on the instructions folder, that will open up a PDF for Thanksgiving coasters, so you can go ahead and open that up. And here is all of our instructions. So there is all of the instructions, so you want to go ahead and print that off, and that gives us our supply list and preparation and each one of the designs. Okay, so I already have that all printed off. So now I'm going to bring you back over here to me. And I'll talk a little bit more about those instructions that we printed off. Okay, so here are my instructions that are all printed off. And you can see on here, the circle, these are all the different designs that you now have on your USB stick. And that USB stick is ready to be ejected from your computer, and you can take it right over to your sewing machine and you're ready to pull up your designs. Also on the instructions that printed off is our supply list. So on the supply list, it says that we need a 1/3 yard of cream or beige tone-on-tone starched background fabric. And you do have a piece of fabric that came in your kits. And what you want to do is you want to go ahead and cut that into some 6 by 6 inch squares. And I already have mine cut. And then your background piece, you're going to want to spray it with some starch or some Best Press. And just make sure that it's pressed and starched really well. And if you want, you can use some fun holiday fabric for the back side of your coaster. So you'll have to cut a 6 by 6 inch piece of that. But for today, we're just cutting 2 6 by 6 inch squares of fabric from that background piece of fabric that is in your kit. And let me just show you, this is the little coaster that we are going to make today. Isn't this little scarecrow so cute in harvest time? Yes, it is. And you can see on the back, I just used the same fabric on the back. So this is our little coaster that we're making. And then it says a 1/2 yard of fusible fleece. So you'll notice that you don't have a 1/2 yard of fusible fleece, but what you do have is a little coaster that is in your kit. And those little coasters come in a package that looks like this, and these are straight from Claudia. So these coasters that is in your kit are made specifically for this embroidery design. So I'm just going to pull one of those out. So this is your little coaster, and you can see that it's a nice stiff piece of like your fusible fleece. Okay, so we also are going to need some aqua mesh stabilizer. So I am using the Oesd aqua mesh. It's a wash away stabilizer, and for this project I am going to use my large oval hoop on my Bernina machine. And just a basic embroidery kit. We know that we all love to use our little curved scissors, pointy tweezers, and you're also going to want to make sure that you have a nice brand new sharp embroidery needle on your machine. So for this one, make sure that you are using at least an 80-12 embroidery needle. I found that that works best. And if you have a little applique scissors, that works as well. The isocord thread colors that we are using, they're listed right here on our instructions. So now if we go into a little bit further into our instructions, if you want to make more of these and you don't have those little coasters, there is a template and there's a 4.5-inch circle. You want to make sure that once you print this out, that circle measures from edge to edge through the center 4.5 inches. So this is just a little template that you can use to cut more of those circles. Or, like I said, you can purchase these 10 4.5-inch round circles in the hoop coasters. It is the Claudia brand, and these are available at pnqs.net. So you can go ahead and, if you want to add those to your shopping list, you can order those straight from Pine Needles. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and find your little harvest, this little scarecrow right here, because that's the one that we're going to work on. And if you look at the instructions, everything is written out nice. And it tells us it gives a little space for us to write what thread color we want to use throughout the project. Okay, so I am just about ready to get started here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hoop up my stabilizer. So we want to just hoop our stabilizer only to begin with. And I'm going to bring it over here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to use my master hooper. I love using the master hooper anytime that I'm hooping anything. What this does is it eliminates chasing your hoop as you're trying to hoop something. So you just take your embroidery hoop, the bottom part, and you clamp it right on the side of your master hooper. So now it's nice and secure. This is pretty heavy, and it feels like a shelf liner on the back side to make it anti-skid so it doesn't wiggle around your table as you're trying to hoop something. So I'm going to take my aqua mesh stabilizer that I already have cut for the size of my hoop. I'm going to lay it in my hoop so it's completely covering. And then I'm going to look at the center of my hoop. I'm looking for this little triangle right here on the bottom, and I want to make sure that that little triangle right here on the bottom is facing towards me. And I'm going to go ahead and hoop up my stabilizer. So I'm just going to press that inner hoop right inside the other hoop. And just tighten that down, and I can go ahead and take my hoop off of the master hooper. I'm going to tighten it down, and then I'm going to make sure that I just give my center hoop just a little press with my thumbs to help it pop through onto the back side, because I want a nice little lip right here on the back side to protect the bed of my sewing machine from any scratches from the vibration as the embroidery is happening. So I just want to feel all the way around my hoop to make sure I have that nice little lip all the way. Okay. So I'm going to grab my fabrics, have those here with my coaster. And I'm going to move you over to my sewing machine so you can see what I am doing over here. Okay, so in my bobbin, I have the Oesd bobbin thread. So it comes on a pretty large spool. I've used this one is probably about half gone, but it is the Oesd bobbin thread. That's what I like to use in my bobbin. And I have my Isacord threaded through the top needle. And I have color 2910. It's a purple color threaded through my needle. The other thing that you might want to do before you start, because we need this for the very last step, is color 1366, which is this really dark brown. I just went ahead and wound about 25% on an extra bobbin, because we're going to have to change our bobbin thread for the very last step to match the top thread. So sometimes it's easier just to do that before we start. So I went ahead and wound 25% of the color 1366 onto an extra bobbin, and I have that setting aside for when I need that. But to begin, I'm just going to use the white bobbin thread in my bobbin. Okay. So now I am ready to start. So I'm just going to touch the needle on my screen, and let me zoom you in so you can see what I have going on the screen here. And again, as I'm going through, if you have any questions, go ahead and type them in the comments. if I don't see them right away as I'm stitching, I go back through after I'm done with the video and read through all the comments, and I can answer any questions at that time as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my hoop on my machine as the picture's showing me here. And I'm going to let it just kind of do its little thing. And the first thing that we want to do is we are going to go ahead and stitch out our placement line directly on our stabilizer. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch that out. And yes, my bobbin is threaded for embroidery. And it tells us even right here in the instructions that we're doing our placement line, and it says the color on the screen is black, but you will be using grape. So we are just fine with that. Now, the next step in our instructions says to center 2 fleece circles over the placement line and cover with the background fabric right side up. So for this, we're only using 1 of the fleece circles. If you wanted to use the 2 fleece circles, if you have bought the pack of the 10 pre-cuts, you can go ahead and do 2 of them. But for today, I'm just using 1. So I'm going to center that on there. So you can see I have it centered so it's completely covering up that line. And I want to talk to you real quickly about another Oesd product that I really like. It's the Oesd wash away tape. So some of you are maybe familiar with using some tape. We've used the paper tape from Kimberbell before. But what I really like about this is that it's a wash away tape. So that means that if I go ahead and I tape this circle onto my Aqua Mesh stabilizer, when I go to wash away my stabilizer, the tape is also going to wash away. So because we're layering everything, you might want to use some of the wash away tape just to help hold this circle in place. But once we tack down that background fabric around this circle, we're not going to be able to get in here to rip that paper tape away. So it's going to be underneath our project. But this tape will just wash away. So again, this is an Oesd product. It's the wash away tape, and this is also available at Pine Needles. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this up. And I am just going to cut a little piece of this tape. You don't need very much of it to hold it in place. So you can see I just cut a little tiny piece. It's not very big. And I am just going to peel the paper off of that tape. Here's my wash away. And I'm just going to put a little piece just to hold it down on one side. And I'll show you this up a little closer. And I'm just peeling the paper away to reveal the sticky. And then I'm going to place the others just a little bit on the other side of that circle just to hold it in place. You can see my tape over here on this side and my tape over here on this side just holding that circle in place. Now I can take my starched background piece of fabric and I'm going to place that so it's completely covering that coaster just like this. And now I'm going to put my hoop back on the machine. And now we're on color number 2, which is step number 2. And we're using the color 2910. And we are going to double run tack down in the decorative border is what it's going to do. So you want to make sure that your fabric lays nice and smooth. And it's going to embroider the double run tack down and then the decorative border. When this is finished, we do not want to trim the fabric. If you cut the circle shape, it may pull away from the edge and the satin cover stitch may not cover the whole fabric. So we don't want to trim our fabric after we're done with this step. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch this out. And I'm just going to watch it as it goes around to make sure that my fabric is laying nice and smooth. And there it is. It's all the way around. It's nice and smooth. So while that's stitching out, I just want to quickly talk to you a little bit about the Pinecone Press. This is our newsletter, and it's in this nice little magazine style. And these are available at Pine Needles. You'll find them at the front counter. They're $5. And the reason why they're $5 for our newsletter is because in this little book is also our coupons. In the past, we used to have coupon books that would run all year round, and now we have them just in our little newsletter. So in here is our exclusive fall coupons. So this month for October, it is batiks. You can buy 3 yards, get 2 yards free, or if you wanted to double this up, you could buy 6 yards and get 4 yards free, as long as it's in the same purchase. And then next month for November, it is the Wonderfill threads. So buy 3, get 2 free. And again, if you wanted to double this up or even triple it up, buy 6, get 4 free, you can do that as long as it's in the same purchase. Okay, and I also wanted to talk real quickly in here about the Oesd holiday celebration. So you will find this, and you may have seen some of these CDs available in our shop. And the way that you get these is any month that you purchase $79 worth of Oesd products, you will receive a free CD. So each month there is a different CD that's available. So I just wanted to tell you about that because today I'm going to be using lots of different Oesd products. So if you qualify by purchasing those Oesd products and you get that you hit that $79 mark, you're going to get a free CD in with your order as well. So that's just something to think about if you need to stock up on stabilizers, your bobbin thread, or any of the Oesd products that I'm talking about today. That's just something to keep in the back of your mind, that if you hit that $79, you're going to get a free CD as well. Okay, so now back over here to my sewing machine. You're going to see that on your hoop, we have that purple run stitch all the way around that tacked everything down, and then that decorative border. So now the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to change our thread to color number 1304. And back here on my sewing machine, you can see I have my multiple spool holder back here. So I have all my colors that I'm going to use, and they're all lined up in order. So I can take the purple out, and I'm going to use the orange. And with the Isacord thread, if you haven't seen this trick already, on the bottom of the spool, it just pops down. And that's where you can keep the tail of your Isacord thread so it doesn't get all messed up. And you can just pop that back up into place. So it's like a little thread keeper built right into the spool. All right, and we're just gonna thread our machine. And now we're going to just embroider out the pants and the words harvest time. And I'm just going to stop that real quickly. There's a little tail here. I just want to trim that so it doesn't get stitched underneath something. All right, now I'm going to continue going on. And while that's stitching, I did say that we have quite a few door prizes to give away today. So if you registered for today's event, we have your name in this bag for a bunch of door prizes. And the first one that we are going to give away is one of these Fine Mist spray bottles that says PNQS, or Pine Needles. It's got our Pine Needles little sticker on there. So if you haven't tried one of these are amazing. They just give that nice fine mist, similar to like an aerosol can, but it is not an aerosol can. So it's nice and friendly for the environment. So the winner of this is Maureen Kerr. So congratulations, Maureen. We will get you your spray bottle. Other Oesd products, one that we're not going to use on our project today, but it's something if you have been doing those Kimberbell bench pillows or anything with the little fairy lights, and you know that it stitches out those little eyelets and then you have to poke a hole through those to get those little fairy lights through. Oesd also has this, it's called the Perfect Punch Tool, and it comes in 3 different size punches. You can see over here on the side, it's a 2mm, a 3mm, and a 4mm size. So this just helps to punch through those perfect little eyelets. So if you're needing something to help you make those little holes in those bench pillows, I recommend this Oesd Perfect Punch Tool. And another really fun little tool to have with all of your sewing supplies is the Oesd Loop and Tail Wand. So this is for if you have any like little loops or little tails that show up in your embroidery project, you can use this little tool. You poke it through the front side where that little loop is and you just pull it straight to the back. So that really helps. And these products are also available at Pine Needles. Okay. So now we have our Harvest Time is all stitched out and the little pants. So I have a little tail right there. I'm just going to trim it close. All right. And then what we need to do is we are on step number 4. So when I look at my instructions for color number 4, I have 1, 3, 4, 4 written down. So I'm going to go ahead and change my thread color once again. And we are going to embroider the hat in the post. So I'm going to go ahead and start my machine and stitch that out. And we can do another little door prize quickly. So the next door prize that I have is this cute little tin that says even so it is even so, it is well with my soul. So this is a cute little tin that you can keep some of your little sewing notions in, or your little pins, or whatever you would like to keep in there. So let me grab my bag. And the winner of this is Cindy Romy. So congratulations, Cindy. We will get you this little tin. And Sandy's asking, what would be the reason for using the 2 layers of the pre-cut rounds? So if you wanted to use the 2 layers instead of just the 1, it just gives it a little more cushion. If you're gonna actually use it for a coaster, it can absorb a little bit more. It's just personal preference if you want to use 2 or 1. Put you back over here on my machine so you can see what's going on. Okay, now we're ready to change our thread again. And go ahead and trim my thread and pull it through down by the needle. And the next color that I have is color 5933, and we are going to use this to stitch out the jacket and the grass on our little scarecrow. And now that I'm done with some of these threads, I can go ahead and wrap them up and wrap those tails up out of the way. And again, if you're following along and you don't have these same thread colors that I'm using today, it's okay. This is your project. You can change those thread colors and just choose something that's close, or color it up the way that you would like to color it up, and you can just let your creativity just expand to however you would like to color it. Okay, let's do another door prize. I have a little mini charm pack of rosin. I love these fabrics. These like reds and whites with some pinks in there. This is super cute. So the winner of this one is Jeff Nordquist. So congratulations, Jeff. You get the little rosin mini charm pack. There's about 2 minutes left of this one. So as you would have seen on your designs when we loaded those all onto our USB stick, is there's all those different coasters that we can choose from, and all of those designs are available, so you can stitch out as many as you'd like. Here's a couple more that I stitched out. This is the Thanksgiving greetings. Isn't that cute, that little pumpkin in the wagon? And pumpkin spice and everything nice. It is officially pumpkin spice season. So those are just some examples of some of the other stuff that we have stitched out. my thread broke. Sometimes that happens. So I am just going to pull this one out and rethread. And then I'm just going to back it up by turning my top dial here, back it up a couple of stitches. Just trimming up a couple little threads here. I love these little snip scissors for getting in there and trimming those little threads. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is we're going to change our thread color once again. And for this one, I am doing color 0824. It's this nice gold color. And we're going to do the straw for our little scarecrow. And we are going to stitch that out. Okay. So I see Jane was asking about these videos because she learns so much all the time. So these videos are going to be available. Oh, my thread broke again. Let me just quickly rethread that. So these videos will just live right here on our Facebook page, so you'll be able to come back and watch them whenever you please. And I just want to show you, this is my little speed dial for my machine. And I only have it like right in the middle. I don't have it turned up all the way. Sometimes just because, I'm just going to trim this tail quick. Just because our machine will go super fast doesn't always mean that we should go super fast. So I like to go just about half speed. Stitch that out. All right, let's do another door prize while this is stitching out. Like I said, we have quite a few to give away today. The next thing that I have is a Kimberbell little tape measure and a little scissors. Isn't this cute? I love the packaging on this. So the winner of the scissors and the Kimberbell tape measure is Cindy Schmidt. So congratulations, Cindy. We will get this to you. So with Halloween coming up, if you really like making these little coasters and you would like to make different ones, Claudia also has the In the Hoop Halloween coasters. So you can see all of those cute little designs on there. You can order these through pnqs.net. Just let us know either in the comments, or you can send me an email letting me know that you would also like the In the Hoop Halloween coasters. And my email is kendra@pnqs.net. So these are super cute, and there's a bunch of different seasons. So if you want to just make a note if you are interested in the Halloween one, and then at the end of the video today, you can let me know which ones that you would like, and we'll be in contact with you to get those for you. Some of the other holiday ones that are available is the Christmas ones. Look at how cute those Christmas ones are. I love the little snowman down here, the Winter Wonderland. He's so cute. So you can make In the Hoop Christmas coasters as well. And these are all doing the same technique as what we are doing today. There's the birthday ones that are available. Look at how cute those are. I love the little pennants and the happy birthday pennants and the balloons. It's so cute. And you can color those up in any color that you would like. There's also Easter ones. So you have some time between now and Easter if you want to make some Easter coasters. And the other thing too is if you didn't want to make the coasters, you can always use the design, and you can put those designs on some tea towels, or you can put them on the corner of some napkins, or however you wish. You don't have to use those designs typically just for the coasters. You can use those designs in so many other different great projects as well. There's also the patriotic ones. So these would be kind of fun for 4th of July if you wanted to make like little pennants, or maybe even just put them on like a little t-shirt or something. You could totally do that. Baby onesies, these would be super cute on there as well. You would just put those designs right on there. And of course, nothing is complete without having a Sewing Essentials coaster set. Look at all those cute little sewing room ones. These would be cute to make like little pin cushions. You can make the little top of the pin cushions and put them on there. So all different kinds of ideas. All right, so let me show you what's happening over here at the machine. So there's our little scarecrow so far. So we're gonna change our thread again. And now we are going to thread number 1366. So I'm going to thread my machine with that. And we are on step number 7, it tells us on our machine. And remember at the very beginning when I told you that we are going to also thread a bobbin with this same thread color. Here's my bobbin that I have with that same thread color. So I'm going to just go ahead and change my bobbin at this time as well. Just making sure I have it all threaded correctly. And now we can go ahead and stitch out the outline for our little scarecrow. Make them come to life. So while we're speaking of Claudia and all her different designs, I also want to just talk to you about the retreat that we have that's coming up in our brand new classroom at Pine Needles. So we are having Claudia come to our shop, and she is going to be there on November 11th, 12th, and 13th. That's a Thursday through Saturday, doing the sewing room. And the potting shed is happening November 14th, 15th, and 16th. That's a Sunday through Tuesday. So if you haven't signed up for taking one of Claudia's classes, I strongly recommend it. She has so many great tips and techniques for doing embroidery and rehooping, because as you can see, to make like even this sewing room, it's all one continuous design, but it's a whole quilt, so we know that that whole thing is not going to fit into one hooping. So great different techniques that Claudia shares with everybody on how to get everything rehooped so that the design is all seamless. It all just fits together. So yeah, so that is a class that is offered at Pine Needles. So if you're interested in taking one of those, make sure you call the shop and sign up. I believe there may be a few spaces still available. Another Oesd product that I want to just quickly talk about, and you've heard me talk about this in the past, is the Oesd press cloth. So this is the Oesd press cloth, and yes, it looks like a fat quarter piece of batting, but it's a little bit thicker, and this is great for after you finish with your embroidery projects, when you have to give them a press and you don't want to scorch your threads or anything like that. It's always a good idea to use a press cloth to go over the top of that. And if you use a little steam iron, that steam can go right through this press cloth and get your projects just nice and smooth. So if you don't have this added in with your embroidery supplies, I strongly recommend that as well. And in the comments, there are some links for you to click on if you would like to sign up for those Claudia classes that I was just talking about. You can just click on that link and that will bring you right to our website and get you all signed up. We've got a couple more door prizes to give away. We have this super cute little So Merry, it says. It's a little notepad, so it's great to keep in your purse. If you have little thread colors that you need from Isacord, you can make your little list, have it right in your purse, so next time when you stop in at Pine Needles, you have your little notepad to pull that list from. And the winner of this is Peg Nelson. So congratulations, Peg. We will get this little notepad out to you. Isn't this little scarecrow so cute? I love how he is coming alive. We got, let's do another door prize while we're waiting. I have a charm pack of this Chill fabric by Zen Chic, and I really like this fabric because it's got little hints of gold in it and these purples. It's so pretty. So the winner of this is Connie Lee. So congratulations, Connie. We will get this little charm pack to you. Okay, so if you're just watching us today for the very first time and you're seeing all these door prizes that are being given away and you want to know how you can get in on the door prizes, if you are registered for this class and you received the kit, then you're registered for the door prizes. But if you're just joining us for the first time and you didn't know about the class yet, but you want to join us next month, we are doing these super cute little Christmas stockings. It's called the Bigger Itty Bitty Booty, and this is a Smith Street Designs. So it's an embroidery applique design. I demonstrated before how to use the burning a cut work tool. I'm going to demonstrate that again when we make these little booties. So this is the Bigger Itty Bitty Booty, and you can see that there is 6 different booty designs on there. And you get the fabric to make these as well as the pattern. So I should say the fabric to make one bitty booty. So that is happening on Friday, November 19th at 10 a.m. right here on our Facebook page live. So there's still plenty of time to sign up for that. You can go right to our website, pnqs.net. Click under classes, clubs, and events, and you will see that's where everything is listed, and you can sign up to join us next month for our embroidery club. So I'd love to have you join us. It's always fun because we learn a lot of new different techniques. And there's quite a few people that have been joining me pretty frequently for every month that we have done this. So if you are watching and you've done our embroidery club and you've been with us for a long time, go ahead in the comments and let me know what your favorite technique is that you have learned so far from the embroidery club. Okay, our little scarecrow is done getting stitched out. So now we want to just look at our instructions, and what it's telling us is to go ahead and remove the hoop, and you are going to flip your hoop over to the wrong side. So now I can see the back of my hoop, and if you have another one of those coasters, or you have cut a round piece and you only got one of those coasters in your kit, so if you're going, wait a minute, I only got one, there was only one that was given in the kit. So you are going to go ahead and take your back piece of fabric, and I buried mine up here on my cutting table. But this is my background piece, my backing piece of fabric, and I'm just going to lay that over the top of my coaster. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to take your tape, and you are just going to tape this down in place. So again, we have our wash away tape that we're going to use. And if you wanted to just use your paper tape and tape in the corners, you can do that, but I already have a piece of this wash away already cut and ready to use. Oops. So I'm just going to put a little piece down here in the corner, cut one more small piece to put in the opposite corner. So we want to just tape that backing piece of fabric to the back side of our hoop. So you can see I have my fabric, it's taped to the back side of my hoop. And then you're just going to go ahead and put your hoop back on your machine. And we are going to stitch down a tack down line that's going to hold that backing piece of fabric to our project. And we've already changed our bobbin thread to match our top thread, so we are good to go. Okay, so now you can see this is the back of my hoop, and I have this running tack down stitch all the way around my project. and on the front side. So now if we look at our instructions, we are, excuse me, right down here on we just did this color 8 where we embroidered the double run tack down. So now it says go ahead and remove your hoop from your module, not the fabric from the hoop. We're just taking our hoop off of our machine, and we're going to turn the hoop upside down, and we're going to trim that excess fabric right up to the stitch line on the back, and then we're going to turn it over and trim on the front. We don't want to leave any extra fabric showing outside of that stitch line. So I'm going to just flip this over. And I'm going to move this back over here so you can see what I'm doing. So you want to be careful when you take your hoop off of your machine, and when you're cutting this, you don't want to put any extra pressure on your project in the hoop, because you don't want to distort your stabilizer so that your spacing and everything would not be lined up then. So you want to just be really careful if you're laying it in your lap to trim it. Just be careful that you're not putting any extra pressure on your project in the hoop. Let's see if I can get this to show you what I'm doing down here. Okay, so now I'm going to take my little curved scissors, and I'm just going to go right around and trim all the way around that circle. And you want to just you want to be right up to that circle, but you don't want to leave like any big chunks of fabric outside of that stitch line. And you can see I'm just got my project just gently laying in my lap, and I'm just rotating my hoop while I trim all the way around the edge. Now I'm going to flip it over to the front side, and I'm going to do the same thing. You can see on the back I have trimmed just right up to next to that stitch line, and you don't see any big chunks of extra fabric hanging outside that line. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the front. I see Connie said she enjoys all of the tools that make embroidery easy. Isn't that the truth? There's so many tools out there that do make embroidery nice. Not only easy, but a lot of fun. It makes it super fun. And again, I just have my hoop just gently laying in my lap, and I'm just rotating it as I trim along. Okay, now you can see on the front side I have it trimmed just right up to that line. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do, bring it back over here so you can see my machine. And you can see this solid line around our project. That is the satin stitch that's going to go around the project and just finalize it off. So what we want to do is go ahead and put our hoop back on our machine. I have the same bobbin thread in as the top, and I'm going to go ahead and do that satin stitch around the edge. All right, while that is stitching out, I have a couple more door prizes to give away. We have a charm pack in the collection from Moda called The Threads That Bind by Blackbird Designs. So these are really nice, cute fabrics. Love them. And the winner of this is, reach in the bag and grab a name out, Lenny Herman. So congratulations, Lenny. We will get this charm pack sent off to you. And you can see as it's going around and making that satin stitch, it's doing a lot of stitches underneath. Sandy's asking about the scissors that I was using. Let's see. They are a little bit smaller than the one in the Kimberbell set. These are actually from the Tula Pink hardware. A couple years ago, yeah, has it been a year maybe now? Bernina came out with the Tula Pink sewing machines, so they had this oil slick color on there, and if you know me, I love like these pretty like purpley and pink things, and it had polka dots, so I love this. So that is where these scissors came from. I have lots of tools. I love my Kimberbell ones. I just grabbed the ones that were closest and available to me. Oh, and my Kimberbell set is back here. Everything is put away in there. So I like to try to keep my stuff, my Kimberbell stuff put away so that I don't lose anything out of there. And yes, we can order those for you, Sandy, at Pine Needles too if we don't have any available. If you are interested in those, just send me an email at kendra@pnqs.net and I will see about getting those ordered for you. Okay, let's do another little giveaway. I have a little Moda zipper pouch, super cute, and the winner of that is Sue Epler. So congratulations, Sue. We will get this little zipper pouch out to you. Another door prize that I have to give away is this cute little snowman. It's machine embroidered by number from Kimberbell. Love this little snowman, and it comes in a small, medium, and large. So the small size you can see here on the back, it's the perfect little pincushion size. So these are super fun to make and give to all your little sewing friends. And the winner of this is Linda Martindale. So congratulations, Linda. We'll get you this little Kimberbell snowman embroidered by number. I see a lot of names on our list for the first time, so that's exciting. So again, I was talking earlier about the CDs for $79, If you purchase $79 worth of Oesd products, you get a free CD, and the color charts are all included in there. And this is one of them right here, I believe. This is one of them, the Holiday Celebration 2021. And we are actually going to give this one away today. And the winner of this one is Kathy Klug. So congratulations, Kathy. You will get this little warm and cozy greetings. And also, I just wanted to let you guys know, if you wanted to get this CD, again, that's how you get it, is the $79 in the Oesd products. This month and next month will get you a free CD, so that's a great time to stock up on your stabilizers if you need any of those, or any of the other Oesd products that I mentioned today. So that's a fun one. We're coming right along over here. Our satin stitch is about a quarter of the way done. I have another door prize to give away. This is the Kimberbell bench pillow, the Luck of the Gnome. So there's time to make this before St. Patrick's Day gets here. And this is the sewing version. So there's applique to do. And the winner of this is Ginger Jordan. So congratulations, Ginger. We'll get this one sent to you. So some of the other embroidery club designs that we have been talking about doing coming up for next quarter, so next quarter would be December, January, and February, is we are going to do some leather embroidery bag tags, like luggage tags, and we're going to work on some monograms and some quilt labels, so you can watch for all of that stuff to come. I'm super excited about all those. We were talking about those yesterday, and I can't wait to get those samples made so I can show you guys what we're doing, and I'll show you those samples hopefully next month we'll get those all done. I have another Oesd pattern to give away. This is the Silver Bells Decor. So this is some fun little designs that you can make on some napkins. And the winner of this CD is, there's 27 designs all on here on this collection. And there's some quilting designs, so you can quilt out some placemats and have some fun things for Christmas. So Suzanne Hogden, so this is for you, so we will get this to you. So congratulations, this is super fun. I can't wait to see some of your projects that you make with this. Coming right along. It looks really good. I can't wait to show you guys. Again, if you're watching and you have any questions as to what we're doing today, go ahead and put those in the comments, and I will answer those questions after the video has ended. So make sure to watch those comments. Or if you have any questions on anything, you can always reach us at the shop. So super fun. There's about 3 minutes left, and I have just a few more door prizes. I have another collection from Oesd called Egg Hunt. So there's some really cute little Easter designs on here, and again, you can use these on tea towels, or you can put them on onesies or whatever you would like. All kinds of different fun ideas out there to use these designs on. And the winner of this is Deanne Hill. So congratulations, Deanne. We'll get this Oesd CD out to you. Bring it back over here so you can see what's happening. Almost done. About 100 stitches left. All right, now I have my little checkered flag, so I'm all done. I can take my hoop off of the machine, show you what it looks like, and I can go ahead and take my project out of the hoop. Oh my goodness, you guys, this satin stitch all the way around the edge, like, I don't know if I can get it close enough so you can see, but it is like so smooth, it looks like glass. It's so pretty. Okay, so now that this is all done, I'm gonna just take my little scissors and I'm just gonna trim that excess aqua mesh stabilizer away from the edge. And I'm just getting it nice and close, but be careful not to trim any of your stitches. You can leave a little barrier all the way around the edge because again, this is aqua mesh stabilizer, so it will just wash away. All right, so I have that all trimmed away all from the edge, so you can see just a little bit of stabilizer hanging out on the top. You can just take this and you can take and just gently run like a little stream of water right around the edge to get that all just to dissolve, and it will just dissolve right off the edge and your project will be done. I have some little tails back here on the back side. I'm just going to use my little snips to get those. And here's the back, and here's the front. So that is our little coaster that we made today. So again, if you really enjoyed making these coasters and you want to make some more in the different holidays or the sewing room ones, you can send me an email to let me know which ones you're interested in. We'll get those ordered for you. Again, my email is kendra@pnqs.net. And if you want to order some more of these little coasters, again, this is a pack of 10 pre-cut 4.5-inch rounds for in the hoop coasters. So you can order those, and I believe there's a link that was posted in the comments. You can look for that, add that to your order. Or if you have any questions, again, you can reach out to me by sending me an email. You can leave me a question in the comments, and I will be happy to answer those for you. Otherwise, that is it for today. I have one more door prize to give away, and I don't want to forget about that one, so that's super fun. And again, I just wanted to quickly remind you that if you want to join us next month in November to make the bigger itty bitty booty, make sure you go onto pnqs.net, click under classes, clubs, and events, and you'll see this one listed there. You can sign up there, or you can give the shop a call and sign up that way. Or next time you stop in, make sure you mention that you want to sign up, and we'll get you signed up and we'll get you your kit. So everything will be all ready for you to join us, because as you can see, we have lots of fun. We learn lots of different techniques, and you have a finished product at the end of our little class. So that's always super fun. So that one more door prize to give away. So as you know, with our Pine Needles tradition, Marcia likes to do the Pine Needles pottery, and we just had our grand opening celebration last week. So we have these little spoon rests that were made for that event, and we have some extras to give away. So the winner of this little spoon rest is let's dig in the bag and see who the winner is. Barbara Murphy. So congratulations, Barbara. We will get this to you. So again, thank you guys for joining me. I hope to see you again next month. And if you have any questions, please let me know.